three pillars that the Food Indaba rests on.
Okay.
And I'll relate those to AI. So we're looking at the health of the food system,
Yes.
the resilience of the food system, and justice within the food system. Those are the three kind of criteria that we're always exploring. That's the basis from which we explore. Now, we chose artificial intelligence for this year because it became very clear that we're going through this period of an explosion of AI resources and tools, and then obviously there's the business end and all the speculation and 10x, 100x, million X expectations of what AI is going to produce for investors. And when it comes to the food system, AI has been in use for a long time, but it's in the production of food. It's scaling up production, right? And a key issue in South Africa in particular is that while we are food insecure, it's not because we don't have enough. So we produce surpluses and it gets sold internationally. And this is because a lot of the food that's produced is being exported, and a lot of the food that's being produced is not adequately distributed to where it is most needed.
Right.
And also that production, or agricultural production is starting to shift because there's been this, and there continues to be this massive movement out of the rural areas into the urban. So traditionally, agriculture has been a rural game.
Yes.
But fewer and fewer people are living in rural areas. And the challenge is now, how do you produce closer to the urban fabric to reduce those kind of distribution channels, the distances, the cost and the environmental implications of all these things, but also to get food produced closest to where it is most needed. So as a starting point, we're going, what does AI mean for the food system when you understand that context? How do the tools assist us to address these three primary issues? How can AI help us understand the ways in which we can make the system healthier, in which we can create more justice, and in which we create a food system that's more resilient? But it's really going to be more in the sphere of, on the day-to-day, how can AI assist the consumer, the person doing business, the academics, the people in government making policy? What are the implications for city planning? So, Cape Town's interesting because its origins were in food. And so the structure of the city emerged from food. And even, our Cartesian reality fascinates me continually. When you came here today, you took exit 42 or whatever it was, Broadway Boulevard, which is 42 kilometers from Greenmarket Square. So our realities are mapped in relation to food. Everybody thinks that Table Mountain is our orientation.
Isn't that?
But actually food is our orientation in Cape Town. Everything is measured in distance from the original fresh food market.